With Billy Horschel coming off a victory and match play victory at that in his 6th PGA Tour win, we now move on to the Valero Texas Open with Jason Sobel from the Action Network. I'm Adam Kaufman. Jason, how are you, man?
I'm doing great. Can't wait for this to get started because that means we're 1 week away from the Masters.
Well, obviously, normally in this position, we'd be talking a whole lot about Dustin Johnson. Not the case. He is not part of this weekend's event. Instead, we look obviously to Tony Finau, who is the favorite on the DraftKings Sportsbook, plus 1,100 odds. He's got a handful, half dozen of top 10 finishes, couple of runner-ups as well. Is this the week that he finally breaks through?
Yeah, well, first of all, Adam, great run by Dustin Johnson here. He committed to the field on Friday afternoon. By Monday afternoon, he was gone. Nice little run for a few days for DJ in the field, who never even got to San Antonio and might not have even seriously thought about playing in this one. But for a little while there was indeed the favorite. Now it falls to Tony Finau. And quite frankly, anyone who's paid any attention to golf over the last 5 years, you don't even have to be betting on it. You understand that Tony Finau is not exactly a shoo-in to go out and win golf tournaments. The fact that he's still a favorite is a little mind-boggling, although you look at the field and it sort of makes sense. But no, I am not chasing Tony Finau as a favorite this week, having not won a golf tournament in over 5 years now on the PGA Tour.
All right, maybe you like one of the options that are just under Finau a little bit better. Obviously, you have Jordan Spieth plus 1,200, Scotty Scheffler plus 1,400. If you were to put a little stock in one of those two, who would it be?
Yeah, I think Scotty Scheffler, even though he's young, he's big, he's strong, I still think he's got to be a little wiped out from playing 122 holes at the Dell Technologies match play this past weekend. That's 50 more holes than guys usually play at a 4-round stroke play event. So I think Scotty's a little wiped. I'm going to go with Jordan Spieth. I think it's going to be a good week for Jordan. I think Jordan himself hopes that it's not a great week. I know that he needs a win. I know that it's been 3 years since he's gotten into the winner's circle. He's not going to turn anything down, but he is looking ahead more to next week in Augusta National than this week at the Valero Texas Open. Again, he won't turn it down. I think he's going to play well, but I really like him a week from now at Augusta.
So rounding out the group then of guys with plus 2,000 odds or better, there's also Abraham Answer, Hideki Matsuyama. You have defending champ Corey Connors. Of that trio, who do you like best?
Yeah, process of elimination, I'm going to remove Hideki Matsuyama, who has only one top 10 in his last 15 starts dating back to the beginning of this season in September. And so I like Connors a lot. Obviously, the defending champ from 2 years ago, they did not play this event last year. He was a Monday qualifier who 6 days later got that golden ticket, not only a victory, but the final entrant into the Masters field in 2019. That said, I'm going Abraham Answer. I think this is a really good course for him. He played very well at the match play before being bounced in a playoff on Friday afternoon. I think Abraham Answer, very hungry to get after that first win. We've only seen 3 first-time winners in 26 events so far in this PGA Tour season. Jason Kokrak, Carlos Ortiz, and just this past weekend, Joel Damon at the opposite field event in Punta Cana. I think that Abraham Answer is at or very near the top of the list of best players without a PGA Tour title. I think it's coming soon. It could happen this week.
You know, Charley Hoffman won this event in 2016, couple of runner-up finishes since then, including the last time he played in the tourney, as a matter of fact, but plus 3,300 odds. How do you feel about him?
I feel great about Charley Hoffman. Better thing is Charley Hoffman feels great about Charley Hoffman. One of my buddies, my old colleague, Will Gray, who now works with NBC Sports, unearthed this Instagram post from Charley from last year, I believe it was, where he's wearing a t-shirt with the Valero Texas Open logo, except it says the Charley Hoffman Open, and it's got his career earnings of $3.7 million on there. He's 14 for 14 making the cut at this event. Obviously loves it. Obviously likes making money here, and I can't see it stopping. I think Charley Hoffman's going to have a good week.
I think we all need those shirts.
I love a Charley Hoffman Open shirt with his career earnings at this event. We might.
Yeah, mine would be a very underwhelming shirt. Adam Kaufman, $200,000 net worth. Who are some of the long shots that you like?
Oh, there are a handful this week. Jonathan Vegas, a little off the beaten track. Brandon Grace is a guy that I like. Matthew Neesmith. You talk about a Cinderella story like we had 2 years ago in Corey Connors. Matthew Neesmith is a guy who grew up in North Augusta, going to the Masters every single year from the time he was 8 years old would be a great story if he's able to win and get into the field. Those guys are ball strikers, and they should fit this course pretty well. So I like each of those guys this week.
All right, who's your pick to win this thing?
Haven't mentioned him yet, but Ryan Palmer has gone 11 years somehow without an individual victory. Won the Zurich Classic with John Rahm 2 years ago, but Rahm's doing a lot of heavy lifting there. Ryan Palmer's 26th in the world. He has 15 top 25 finishes, I believe, in his last 25 starts. And so this is a guy that's consistent. He shows up, and he's played well here. The Texan has 3 top 6 finishes in his last 5 starts at the Valero Texas Open. It's about time for Ryan Palmer to get back into that winner's circle. I like him this week.
We'll see if we're talking about him this time next week. Should be a lot of fun. In the meantime, enjoy Jason Sobel, Action Network. Thanks, bud.
Thank you.